Welcome back to the Daily Vault Run. Today is November 14th, 2024, and we have crystal in hand already. Tomorrow's vault is looking alright. I think the worst thing might be the gold, possibly the moss, but at least we have some moss, so we can always make some more fairly trivially, especially because we have a big construction project coming up with build phase, and there might be some terraforming involved. So when we're digging out some of the stuff that we need for that, we can potentially just mossify it, and that could go really well. Oh, an elixir vault. Okay, well, that just means we're clearly not actually going to be doing the elixir portion of the elixir vault, and it's just a byproduct. Now the problem is, I don't know if this stands out more or what. Okay, I can clearly see some living chests over here. And we want those because I need just a couple more knowledge shards. Oh no, please tell me that the backup didn't start. Okay. Ow. Stop that. Rude. Okay. So, as I was saying, we are just a few knowledge shards away from unlocking botany pots. And that is fantastic. Because that also means that the next big goal is going to be Botania after that. And once we get into Botania, then I'll be able to finally do my actual vault design, assuming all things go well. Unfortunately, that also means that we're going to need to make a lot of progress in Botania itself, because the thing that I'm looking to use in my vault design is potentially locked behind a lot of progress there. Hold on. But I am getting way ahead of myself because Botania requires 18 knowledge points, and right now we just don't have that many. I don't know, I'm not feeling too good about this room, you guys. I will pop this pylon. Oh, it did nothing. Of course it did nothing, but OCD had to push the pylon. Can't leave a pylon unpushed. I think we're just going to go around the entrance, and then maybe I'll start doing my cloverleaf thing that I usually do. And actually, I think... Okay. I think what I might try to do is go to the right, and then pop my hunter's mark, and then run through the room that I was just in. Ow. What? I must have landed on top of a dripstone? Okay, quick look around here. We've got some living there. We've got a ton of wooden down below. So yeah, like I was saying, I'm going to try to see if I can get 3 rooms worth of marker out of this. I'm seeing some living above and below. Oh yeah, that was possibly the best hunter's mark that I've ever managed to pull off. And, honestly, I'm not really vibing with any of those rooms. There weren't a whole lot of living in any particular place, so it's not like I want to backtrack for them. Still, though, getting 3 rooms out of 1 hunter's mark is personal best so far. Oh, Podzol. I'm gonna need Podzol. And I don't want to be doing things in the overworld to get it. Hello. Nope, this is a regular room. Okay, that's fine. I want to see something special. I don't think I want to deal with normal rooms. And if I manage to get all the way back to the main room or whatever, and... Okay, nope, I can tell that's a normal room. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I can see some living up there. Heck, I can see the living up there, so I might as well get it. But... And I've totally just ruined my opportunity to do it. Hold on. There we go. And I've just ruined my opportunity to do it again. Jeez. So yeah, what I'm planning on doing is if I manage to get all the way back to the beginning, and then I've done the cloverleaf thing as well. Oh god. Freaking hate wraiths. Freaky. See, that one was a cat wraith, and I hate that, because they make the noises of other mobs. And then it's like you're killing that mob, and it's sad. Oh, that's a strongbox. Okay, that's normal. I may have trapped myself in here. I may have trapped myself just a little bit. Oh, hidden room? No, not terribly likely. I'm still gonna look anyway. Nope, yep, this is just a wee little offshoot for no reason. Okay, so we pop back down, and then... I keep cutting myself off. Yes, so if we manage to get back to the center, and I've done the cloverleaf thing, then what I'm going to do is, if I have a lot of extra time, I'm just going to go straight out from the entrance, and then I'm going to come straight back, and I think this... Oh, yes! Okay, you know what? I'm going to spend a lot of time in here. Because we have this as one of our pouch slots, and chromatic iron is very much always in need. Always, 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 always. Now, I don't know if I've said it in a build phase video at all, but I believe after one of my vaults, I ended up getting a wither egg. And I do mean a wither egg. So we're talking about the boss, not the skeletons. And that means that we need to start looking at the last tier of Cagerium, the boss tier. And it's going to be really expensive. But if I could potentially use that to automate, like, nether stars, or even potentially heads, I'm not entirely sure. Okay, there's no ore whatsoever. Just the chromatic iron. But as I was saying, I don't know exactly what we can get out of that automatically, but we have that egg, and so it is in my goals to be able to do something with it. And that was not at all what I wanted to do just there. Accidentally ended up switching back to my sword instead of trying to vein mine a particular thingy thing. Let's head on down. Like I said, this is just so convenient. This saves a lot of time doing stuff in the overworld. So I will gladly take advantage of it. I mean, like, there's literally no other reason for this room to exist other than mine all this chromatic. And sure, I have create now. I could theoretically try to build a world eater, but you need chromatic in order to do that. So you need a stockpile to get a stockpile. And this is the best way to stockpile without manually looking around in the overworld and digging. Now, I think I may have opened my inventory at some point in time or another, and I'm you know what, I'm not even going to bother with the ones that I'd have to pillar up for, because that's just too much work. I'm going to get all the low-hanging fruit. I say as I notice a very big vein on the ceiling. Okay, yeah, no, never mind. I'm just that good at movement skills. So, I think we're going to call it there for this room. One last one. Oh. Two last ones. So we're going to call it there for that room. Another one. There's another one. Back-to-back chromatic. Hold on. Let me take a look at my inventory. Yes, so that's what I was about to say, is the very keen-eyed amongst you may have noticed, oh, there are actually enemies in this room. Why are there actually enemies in this room? Oh, there weren't enemies in the last room. Why are there 4 zombies? All my buffs are up. Oh yeah, incidentally, I used that level up that I talked about yesterday to get an additional stun chance increase. So we are going to see more stunning, more enemies just straight up dying, like that. And because I have at least 4 stacks of the chromatic, I don't think I'm going to worry too much about spending a lot of time in here. But, like, because I fell down here, obviously I want to just grab what I can on the way back up. So yes, the keen-eyed amongst you may have noticed in the split second that I opened my inventory that I have a clipboard, and that is for the next build phase. And today is Thursday, that means I've got very little time to actually record everything and do all that stuff. And so, there's probably going to be a lot of resource gathering this week. And, you know, maybe I managed to get to the proper build part of the build phase, but the point is we have some good schematic cannon action in our future. And I think because this room is coming up on the room off of the exit, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark this, and I'm also going to mark this, and then I'm also going to put that like that so I know that this is the exit route. And then, because I came from that way, I want to check out over that way. Now, the thing about this upcoming build is that it requires, as always, I don't know why I do this to myself, it requires a lot of relatively expensive things, some a little bit more literally than others, but, Okay, you know what I can do? You know what I am going to do? Is I'm going to... Oh, no, that's still on cooldown? That's still on cooldown. Okay. Well, that's fine. So yeah, some items are quite literally more expensive than others from a, you know, prototypical Minecraft economy standpoint. That is to say, this build involves literal emerald blocks. And I have a majority of them already, but I still need to do just a little bit more trading. Another freaking chromatic room. What? Why? Why? Okay, whatever. Okay, at this point, I have, like, nearly 6 stacks of the stuff. So, I'm thinking we just call it there and try to do the explore as far into the zone as possible kind of strat. So yeah, emerald blocks, that's one of the more expensive, quote-unquote, components to this build that I've got coming up. And the other more expensive component is copper. And I've got most of it aged to levels that I can do things with. Oh, honeycombs. I've also just realized that no, I don't know if I have enough honeycomb to wax this stuff. Oh well. Okay, let me think about this. So I've been to the left, I've been to the right. This is technically the room off of the exit. So now I can pretty much just go forward until I run out of stairs. And I think I'm going to do that, because that's fun. Well, okay. It's not exactly fun, but it is interesting. Okay, I see some living up there. So we are going to go for that. And I alley-ooped it. I just... that was sad. So yeah, aged copper. Most of it is already where it needs to be at, because thankfully I just decided, hey, I'm going to make this easy on myself. I'm just going to use the final stage of copper for a good portion of this build. And it's actually, you know, once again using the gradient generator. So it's not so much I decided it as I picked the start and end points of this gradient, and it uses, you know, a specific amount of fully weathered copper. And that's fine. Perfectly alright. And that stuff is already cooked up. But then I realized, oh yeah, no. The clipboard separates things, or, you know, sorts things alphabetically, which mostly makes sense. But naturally also means that waxed copper is not next to weathered copper or whatever. And so I realized I was about 50 blocks short of the stuff. And, you know, as I obviously realized right now, I don't actually know how much honeycomb I have. So we may need to do a lot more material gathering in this than I would have liked. The testing phase for the villager breeder that I've got going on, it took a little longer than I would have liked. Okay, dungeon room. I don't really feel like doing a dungeon room, so we're just going to keep going in deep. This seems like a pretty normal room. Okay, this is not a mining room because we can see there's water on the floor. I spawned in something. I didn't mean to spawn in anything. Oh, for a second I saw that skull up in the corner, and I mistook it for B-dubs because my brain hadn't fully processed what I was looking at yet. Okay, I am now out of stairs. So we switch stairs. Honestly, I think I might call this one short. I'm just not, I don't know, I'm not feeling great, and I don't feel like searching around the normal rooms like usual, and I also don't feel like doing the dungeon rooms. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, on the other hand, the dungeon room could be a good idea for elixir, but no, we're in the last 7 minutes, and we only have like a 10th of the elixir we need, maybe a 9th at best. Okay, so there's some living way up there. I also don't know how many rooms deep I am in, so maybe I should turn around. No, this is a mining room. This is the kind of thing I was actually looking for. Very chill stuff that we can do. I mean, granted, we do obviously have to still kill enemies, but... Ooh, and that could potentially have been worth it. Epic sword, epic sword. Supplementary's rope is goated. Oh, a Tenos altar. You know what? I'm gonna pop it because we just don't have that much time remaining. Kill dungeon mobs. Unfortunately, I haven't seen any actual dungeons. Like, I called the other thing a dungeon room, but it's really more like a labyrinth. I don't know what the official Vault Hunter's term is for it. But it's like one of those rooms where it looks like you're outdoors, and then there is a hidden staircase that takes you into what looks to be like a vanilla Minecraft dungeon on steroids. Because it's just got a ton of enemy spawners, a lot of indicators, and all that stuff. But I think... Dang it. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this mining room, and then we're going to GTFO. Because at this point, we are so many layers deep that I don't know how long it is going to take. And in fact, I don't even think I'm going to do the entirety of this room. I think I'm just going to do this top layer and then start to flee, because 3 minutes seems like a good time to start getting out. Assuming I even survive. Assuming I even survive! These things are so painful! Why am I eating? I mean, I know why I'm eating, because I pulled out the steak, but I didn't want to eat, I wanted to heal. There we go, that's better. Oh, sheesh. Okay, I think there's still a skeleton alive. I think. Oh no, there's a wraith alive? Yeah, no, I was right. There is still a skeleton somewhere. I think it's down below. Like, below. And I would be correct. Do I think I have time enough to do the downstairs? The fact that I still have to fight a whole bunch of enemies makes me think no. I don't think it actually took 3 minutes to get here, but I don't want to, like, fall short at the end, so I'll do some scouting. I can do that. Or there can just not be a point of interest down here. There can just not be a point of interest down here at all, so... Yeah, I think this is the part where I turn around. I don't care if I'm, like, a little early or whatever. I would much rather, you know, spend the time potentially exploring the last, you know, the exit room or whatever. The room before the exit room, and my buffs are down. Yes, so I would rather spend my time exploring, you know, the final room very thoroughly, as opposed to clinching it at the last second because I decided to explore something way down this way, you know? I'm also very glad that I still have a lot of movement utility here. And I really need to upgrade those skills at some point in time because they're so helpful in the overworld too. Okay, we are back into the Acacia. I think we might have been back in the Acacia for, you know, a couple of minutes, but... Or a couple of rooms, not minutes. Okay, come on. That's right, this is the room where I triggered stuff, and I apparently triggered more stuff on the way back through. Yeah, see, we're at a minute. Minute 45. And so that is validating my decision to leave early because, yeah, this is the dungeon room. And I think I could have spent a lot of time in here if I really wanted to. I probably should have done that, but I wanted to see what was deeper in. And that mining room was more or less what I was hoping for. But also, this is why you shouldn't really do depth-first search, because... Or, yeah, this would be depth-first, because you're going as far in one direction as possible, and then spreading out kind of deal. It just means that the return trip is that much longer. See, look, 57 seconds to go, and I still haven't hit the room before the exit. This is the room before the exit. So, this is why around the entrance and the cloverleaf, like, just any kind of fractal type decision or, you know, pathfinding that you can possibly want to do in the vault is a better idea than going in a line and hoping it works out. Alrighty, let's break it down. Obviously, we didn't get the clear, so our XP is very reduced. We killed 5k worth of mobs, 1.2k worth of chests, and 2k worth of mining blocks. 12 coin piles, 33 ores mined, 11 chests looted, killed 58 mobs. This is, yeah, pretty slow run for me. 1 wooden, 10 living, nice. And we got some pizza night, some sparkletine, some tubium, black opal, xenium, and wutodi. I still don't know how to pronounce that. Let's see, the most XP dense mob is probably the tier 3 zombie at 256, but let's just confirm that. And it seems like it. So, the last thing that we need to do is roll on this sword, because it's the only other thing that we've got going for us today. Ooh, some cool transmogs showing up. Honestly, I was hoping it would stop on the one before this one because it was vaguely blue and could have been like a really cool frostbite sword. You know, right now we're doing the whole wolf fang thing, but let's, hold on, let me put this correct. There we go. Let's take a look at this. So, 22.5 attack damage. That is down from the one on the left because the one on the left has prefixes, but we can always re-roll the prefix on the right because it has soul chance, and I'm not too keen on that. I'd rather have the damage. I love the attack speed on the one on the right, though. We also have more durability on the right, especially because the one on the left only has 2 more repair charges. So this could be a good candidate for our next sword, especially with the amount of crafting potential it's got. We've got a higher attack range. We've got a chilling cloud. Love that. And an increase of durability. So if I just reroll on those prefixes, I think we could have a really good sword here. And that is going to do it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like, subscribe, and click that bell to be notified. And as always, I'm looking forward to your feedback in the comments below. And with that, I will catch you on the flip side. Thanks for watching, everybody. As always, in the upper left should be the latest build phase, lower left should be the build phase playlist, and on the right is my icon with which you can subscribe. Thanks again for watching.